8:43 right now. It's the hour of interviews this morning on the Big J Show. And next, we've got Lou Pizarro from Operation Repo. Lou, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fantastic. And how about you? You guys have the new season. We were talking. This is summer season 8.5 for you guys.
That's right, man. This is our summer edition.
Wednesdays, 7 o'clock here in Billings on TruTV, which is channel 29 here. If people haven't seen Operation Repo, it's a show where you guys are your repo people, and things get a little crazy.
That's right, man. We're repossessing a bunch of collateral out there, and people get wild.
I gotta say, the one thing that I have to say, I hear from some people about the show. They're like, "I love the show, and they say now it's gotten so fake. I'm sure you hear that. Explain. I mean, has the show gotten fake? Have things gotten crazier? What's the explanation if somebody says that to you?
Well, you know what? This is what it is. You know, these are reenactments based on actual events. So we have the power to kind of, turn it up a little bit. And not to mention the networks, they have their 2 cents to input into it. So, we like to entertain people, and that's what they're seeing right now. It's entertainment.
So, I mean, how real are some of these? Like, I mean, have you ever repossessed a clown car? I mean, are some of these, or do you say, like, hey, that was a crazy repossession where there was a lady that was topless in the car, and so for the reenactment, for the show, you have a whole strip club full of ladies in the car or something? I mean, how much of it is real, and then how much of it is kind of for the entertainment?
Well, let me tell you this. As a repossessor, we deal with all walks of life, from criminals, strippers, all the way to attorneys and doctors. So imagine that we deal with all these people, different situations, independent people, independent business owners. So what you see is what's happening.
I like it.
Yeah, we even deal with radio personalities, so watch out.
I know. That's the thing. Well, I do pay. I did just get a new vehicle, but I make my payments on it. Why do you think? I just don't understand why, if somebody stops making payments on their car, why they're so upset when it gets repossessed. To me, that'd be like, well, I guess that's what happens. Hey, I made some bad decisions. I didn't pay, and they're taking the collateral back. Why do you think people are so upset when it's totally their own doing that's causing the vehicle to get repossessed?
I could tell you, now this economic situation, people, they just get desperate, and I understand that. And, we try to work with some people, and we explain to them what they need to do. If they just make a phone call and talk to the finance company, man, they can prevent this. And just imagine if you had to take your kids to school and, you're divorced and, you're not getting any income and you can't afford the car. What do you do?
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. Yeah.
So there's different situations. But for the most part, I could tell everybody, without a repossessor, the average American will not be able to afford the interest rates on an auto loan, and that's fact.
Yeah, you've got to have some sort of checks and balances. You can't have all these D-bags rolling around in cars they're not paying for. It just wouldn't make sense.
That's right.
And so you guys are out there doing your thing. I want to know a little bit. First of all, there's new repo shows now. You guys were kind of like the originators, in my opinion, of the repo shows. I mean, you did it well. It was entertaining. And now there's other shows, like the ones where I don't know what the show's called, where they go try to repo the cars and then they can win the money to pay their bill or something. What do you think about all these new repo shows?
Yeah, we actually the first repo reality show. There was a show before us called Repo Men Stealing for a Living, but it wasn't our format, and that was with Vincent Pastore from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of a different format. But, yeah, everybody's jumped on the bandwagon. There's 5 repo shows out there right now, and the latest one is Repo Games. And I watched it the other day, and I got to tell you, it was funny when this guy asked, the guy if he could name 5 of the 7 doors that ends with a Y, I'll leave your car and pay it off. I'm like, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But hey, it's flattering. There's plenty of room, and it's like I promote that. If you got a good idea and a different twist on a repo show, go for it, and good luck.
Good attitude, man. Good attitude. We're talking to Lou, the owner of the company that stars in Operation Repo here. I want to know behind the scenes. We were just talking to one of the contestants from this season's Bachelorette, and I like to know what it's like to be a part of these shows. And you and I were talking a little bit before we went on the air here that there's so much, pre-production, and I'm sure there's post-production and going back and refilming stuff and interviews and behind the scenes, all that stuff. I mean, are you guys adequately compensated for the show? I mean, like, can you make good money with a show like this, or is it just kind of like decent? I mean, I always wonder, I mean, could you guys get rich doing a show like this, or what's that like?
You know, I don't know about rich, but I can tell you this, it's a good experience, and you do make good money. The only difference is that you might work 6 or 7 months out of the year, and you just got to save, you know, your money to support yourself for the rest of the year.
But there's not, like, I mean, you couldn't retire. I mean, if you do this for a few more seasons, you couldn't, like, retire off this money? It's not that good?
You know what? No, it's not that good. Reality shows, they're pretty cheap to make. That's why the networks like them. It's not like they're paying, you know, $2 million an episode for like 2.5 Men or something like that.
Exactly.
But for the most part, you know, if you become syndicated, like we recently have, and you're the creator and executive producer like I am, you kind of do okay.
Yeah.
You know, better than just being talent. But it's been a big investment for me, you know, my life, my family. So, yeah, if you're planning on getting rich, stay away from reality TV.
Good advice there. What about the rest of the people on the show? You've got family involved on the show, you know, some other friends. Does everybody get paid equally? Are there any fights about that?
No, everybody gets paid equally from day one, and it's everybody gets raises, and no, there's never been a fight as far as that's concerned. But behind the scenes, there's always tension.
Yeah,
you know, everyone has different ideas, and it's completely normal. But for the most part, at the end of the day, we're a team, you know, we've been a team for since 2006 now.
There you go. It's good advice, good show, fun to watch, and some interesting insight behind the scenes there. Operation Repo, Wednesdays, 7 o'clock on TruTV. Lou, thanks so much for taking time for us this morning, and everybody, I'm sure, will make sure to check out the summer season 8.5 for you guys.
Hey, thank you very much, and you know, everybody check me out at facebook.com/Lou Pizarro, and you know, you guys can interact. And again, man, thank you guys very much, and good luck out there.
Thanks, you too, Lou. Have a good one, man.
All right, bye.
That's my boy.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.